Welcome to Deliciously Motivated Mindset, hosted by Deborah and Moira. This podcast is designed to help listeners unlock their full potential, both personally and professionally, so they can thrive, not just survive. Deborah and Moira explore how natural tendencies don't always serve individuals and provide insights on how to harness existing strengths. Their goal is to equip listeners with the habits, mindset shifts, and strategies needed for lasting, meaningful change. Finding purpose and fulfillment can be challenging, but this podcast offers expert conversations, practical advice, and valuable tools to help align with a true sense of purpose and create a more fulfilling life. So grab a notebook, open your notes app, and get ready to take in some game-changing insights. Let's dive in.
Welcome, dear listeners. Welcome, dear Deb.
Hello.
Hello, lovely. Here we are with another one of our Deliciously Motivated Mindset podcast conversations. And this one, I'm excited for this conversation. Learning to recognize. Is it different? Yeah.
It has a different feel to it too.
It really does.
Yeah.
Learn to recognize your invisible influence. The truth is we all have influence. And we were just talking a wee bit about this before we hit record. And it's kind of like our influence is sometimes the things that we pay no attention to whatsoever, because it just comes so naturally to us. And so having said all of that, the thing that comes very naturally to me is putting your hand on your heart. And I invite you to do that with me. Put your hand, one hand or both hands on your heart space. And let's just bring our energies together. Bring ourselves here into this moment, into this space. And with your hand, one or both hands over your heart, pretend, feel like you're breathing in and out of your heart space. This is where your power is. This is the seat of your invisible influence, in fact. So let's just breathe into our heart space. And breathe out of your mouth. Long out breath. Another nice deep breath, breathing into your heart space. Allowing yourself to feel held, and cradled, supported by whatever you're sitting or standing on. And as you take another nice deep breath, envisage, feel, intend that you're connecting your energy with Deb's energy, with my energy, and with the energies of anybody else listening to this conversation. And again, feeling the support beneath you. And now what I'd like you to do, I invite you, as you find your natural rhythm of deep, heart coherent breathing, I encourage you to set a wee intention. What comes up for you when I say, recognize your invisible influence? Are you aware of it? Do you have a sense of it? Set an intention for yourself that you're going to get the inspiration, the insight, just the intention to get in touch with that and walk forward it. Show it, share it.
To yourself.
Yes, the love. It's always love-based. Our invisible influence is always our genuine, authentic, heartfelt space. And so that's what the intention is what do you need? What kind of intention do you need to put in place for yourself to animate that, to get in touch with it, to flow more with it, to show up more with it? And maybe grab your note-taking device so you can make a wee note of whatever intention came to mind when I suggested that. And let's get into our conversation. Learn to recognize your invisible influence. Dear Deb, what would you say your invisible influence is?
Well, we were talking about that.
Yeah, you gave the perfect example of that already.
Well, I'm a problem solver. I see a problem and I fix it before the person often knows there is a problem. But I think things, you know, when I think about this, it's the things that you do
Yeah.
so naturally, and you don't give it a second thought.
Yep.
You're just like, oh, I can do this. You know, and it could be the very uh, simple things of, I was just say, even backing a car, you know, without using the rear vision. I'm a
The
I'm
camera.
old school. Yeah, I don't
Are
use the
you?
camera.
Oh, I
I'm
use the camera. I love the camera.
I just don't, because I don't know. Plus, I've got a new car. You know, I've gone from a Range Rover to BMW, so like it's all different. The beeps are different, so I now just go. I don't even look. I don't even look. I just look. I'm a wing mirror kind of girl. One of those.
I do
But
like the
even
wing mirrors too. And actually, that's a good point because I do love my camera, but I also think I may not always have the camera, or it may be blurry because it's snowing here. And so
oh
sometimes
yeah.
you go to look in the camera and it's like, oh, I didn't clean the lens before I got in the car.
Oh, so yeah, nah. When you
Yeah.
need it and it fails, and be like, no. But I think even just those things of what you're doing, you know, just like talking about backing into a car park, without doing that, you do it so naturally you don't think anything of it.
Yeah.
But I think if you can dissect what you like, if you rely on that all the time,
Mhm.
and like, oh, I need to know, I can back the car, but I need to have the rear vision
Camera.
camera. He was going to say mirror. Yeah, I need to have the camera working. Need to have, and all of a sudden your influence is gone.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, don't. I was going to say, learn to recognize it when you've got it. Don't.
Don't think that it's the only
Yeah,
thing that you can operate from.
that's
This
the
is a good
thing.
example of it though, because and that's to my point too, is that um that you don't want to make it so automatic that you cannot
No.
function without it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because to your point, that our invisible influence is that which we give no attention to, it just comes so
No
very
thought. It's just
naturally.
no thought. Well, see, it's even the coffee. As I grab my coffee cup, okay, coffee. You know, it's even there. I've got to have a coffee in the morning. I've got to have a coffee in the morning to keep function. I've got to get my coffee to get the kids to school. Da, 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 you know,
Right.
all of that. And that's actually not an invisible influence that the coffee's functioning to get you through. So I guess it's another tip is dissecting. Is this um a story that it's come from? I need my coffee. I need a coffee. You know, many people say, "Oh, you need a coffee to keep going." I think that's society. Oh, have you
Yeah.
not had your coffee today? When someone's grumpy, it's like, you know, my partner, she doesn't drink coffee. She's like, "No, I haven't had my cup of tea." Oh, you're one of those. It's like, okay, right. No, I don't drink coffee. You know, it's having that. I guess not relying on things, but also it's not the be all and end all. Does that all make sense? I feel like my
Yeah, I
words
really
are really
like
good
that.
today.
I really
Can you?
like that because it's about um really showing up and staying grounded and present to what is and
Yeah.
not giving something external the power. Like that's what I hear when you say things
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I can't function unless I have my coffee." Well, I
Yeah.
like a coffee in the morning, but I can function just fine without it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not making it a necessity. It's
Yeah.
making it yeah, I like it and I choose it, but I can start my day just fine. It however I start my day.
Yeah.
Because this idea about our invisible influence, and I kind of alluded to that right at the very beginning when we went into the heart coherence, is that our invisible influence begins at our heart space,
Mm.
right? So
Yeah.
then, and that's why it's almost like, as I describe this in my mind, I'm getting a sense of like a vortex that you are the center of it, and it's your
Yeah.
energetic field that expands out from that, right?
Yeah.
That's our invisible influence too, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. It's yeah. Yeah, my head's racing trying to think what I can say that yes. Yeah, I'll just answer Moira's
Yes.
question. Yes. Yes. Yes.
But the
But
other, so the other part around this too, and I think you and I've talked a wee bit about that, before is that if you are not aware at all, sometimes people have no clue what their invisible influence is. If that's the case, what we would like to suggest you do is ask people, how do they see you? What do they rely on you for? Or just pay attention to, sometimes people might come and say, oh, you bake the best apple pie ever. Or I always feel like this when you come and visit me. Do you know what I mean?
What are the questions they're constantly asking you? Are they the same questions? Are they, what are those things that people come to you for if you can't spot it yourself? But it's also something that comes so natural you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And that's a, my invisible influence, which is not actually that invisible, and also Moira's, is we're problem solvers.
Yeah.
You can literally, the moment you're starting to say what your problem is, I guarantee Moira's head is already like mine. She's already got 4 solutions by the time you've even finished the first minute.
Yeah.
At least. And then we've got to go, okay, no, that's not going to work. We'll add a bit of this number 1 into number 2 and we'll put that in there. Da, da, da. And it's just something that I think very quickly on my feet.
On your feet. On your feet.
Very quickly. Yeah, that's it. Something happens and I go, oh, here's a solution. Bang, bang, bang. Now it's not that invisible, but that's definitely something that comes so naturally I don't even think about it. And when people say it to me, I go, oh yeah, like I know that. Like, but it's not an arrogant, yeah, of course, you're only going to come to me. But it just comes so natural. It's just embedded. When people say it to me, I'm like, yeah, well, oh yeah, I know that.
Yes,
but without, well, yeah, exactly. And you're the same. You're exactly the same. Problem solving.
Yep.
It's just that. Okay, how do I do that? How do I get there?
Mm-hmm. But I think what sets us a little bit apart from, because there's lots of people who are problem solvers. Lots of people do that. However, you and I both have
I'm not a mechanic problem solver. Don't give me a car and let me
that's
fix
true.
that.
That's
I had
true.
to change the batteries in the gate the other day and I had to get out Chat GPT because I couldn't even figure out how to open the container, the box where all the batteries were. We've been here 5 years and now the batteries on the gate were beeping. And I was like, why do I have to fix it? And Tracy's like, because you're going to go and do Chat GPT. And I'm like, good. I couldn't even figure out how to get the bloody thing open. And I'm like, Chat. Yeah, anyway, carry on.
Chat will fix you.
Chat will fix you.
Take a photo. What I was going to say is that I think of us, we're both out of the box problem solvers, whereas we're very flexible and fluid. We can both pivot. We also very much stay present and really hear what you're saying, right? And so sometimes a problem solving session or conversation with me might simply be put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath, and then take another one. And that is, to me, that's one of the key pieces. It's one of my big invisible influences, which is actually not that invisible also, is that I calm people's nervous system.
Well, that's your voice.
With my voice and with the way I use my voice and the way I get you to really land into your body and start to breathe deeper and be more aware of your breath is calming your nervous system. And right there, that opens the gateway to being problem solving. To start saying, oh gosh, you know what, that big thing that I thought was a huge problem is actually not, because it's just this little simple thing, right?
And the strategy is the quickest and fastest. Let's just get to the strategy of whatever it is when you've got that problem solving. I think when I think about we're learning to recognize our invisible influence, I think influence to me, and this is just going to be reframed, but influence to me, most people would think would be loud. You influence, you've got to be the leader of the room, you've got to be that one who's standing at the front on stage going, right, direct you to the left, direct you to the right. They've got the biggest stage type thing. But when I think about invisible influence, it can just be holding energy
Yeah.
and holding space, that, not being the center of stage. It's actually just the energy you bring into a conversation. It's when you're standing, listening to somebody, or you're holding energy, or you're the one who's got your hand on your heart when someone's telling a story, those things. So when we talk about our invisible influence, I just want to emphasize influence doesn't have to be, um,
It doesn't have to be coming through a megaphone.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. Because my words are not catching up with my brain today, okay? My invisible influence. Come on, team, get up with it. But it is, you don't have to be a microphone or
Yeah.
megaphone to actually get your influence across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other part around this
You don't have
too
to
is,
perform. You don't have to
yeah,
perform.
you don't have to perform.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to perform. And that's how come this is a learn to recognize your invisible influence. It's something that happens often for me is people will say to me, gosh, Moira, I always feel so much better about myself after having a conversation with you or just having some time with you. It's because I said that before about the idea of the invisible influence. It's like a energetic field that expands from your core.
Yeah.
Well, if you get enveloped in my energy, you are going to feel better about yourself because
Yeah.
I help you energetically feel better, feel more present, feel more grounded, feel more calm, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I love about that too is when we get tapped into what is our invisible influence, the pieces that come so easily, so naturally, we're actually giving everybody else around us permission to do the same, right?
Yeah.
Because this is much more of a being rather than a thing that we're doing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Just, so much is happening around in my world that this is just landing left, right, and center for me. Yeah, I think, yeah,
It's got to do with trust, doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Maybe Moira's going to carry my weight today in this podcast. Trust, 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 trust. My actual words were, I started to think. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm going to go back to that. Trust, 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 trust. Trust is such a big one. What was the other one I was talking to someone the other day? Don't take things personally. I think that's another one. I'm going to add that one onto that. But trust is but they both go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Um, yeah. A lady said to me, she goes, "How do you not take things personally?" I'm like, "Because it's their stuff."
Yeah, it's not mine. It's
And she's
nothing
like,
to do
"What?"
with me.
I'm like, "No, that's her stuff. That's theirs. No, 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 no." And so, and it was actually, where was it? We were talking about smacking my daughter.
Oh no.
I know. So, I don't know. Somebody actually said to me, have you ever smacked Sophie growing up? And I'm like, I don't remember smacking her. And back in our day, we got a walloping. Back in our day,
Oh,
we
really?
got walloped. Yeah, we were walloped. We had to choose the belt. I always chose the skinny one because I thought that was the brainiest thing to do.
Mm,
No.
mm.
Anyway, thought I'd learn. But it was something along the lines of that. And it's like, it's actually, if you're losing your shite at your child, it's not the child, it's
No.
you. And I think
Yeah.
that's we now have a law in New Zealand that you can't smack children.
Actually, I think it's the truth here too.
Oh yeah, you can't smack children, yours or anyone else's.
Yeah,
Just clarifying that. Yeah, yeah, not allowed to because you can be arrested.
Mm.
But I don't remember ever smacking Sophie. I don't remember. I'm sure. Well, look, I mean, you heard it here, people. I don't remember. But I do remember getting angry, and I do remember locking myself in toilets, not
Mm.
putting Sophie in the toilet and locking me. I would lock myself in the toilet. I
Right,
go, I
because you
can't.
recognize there's something going on for you.
Yeah, and I think that's that thing, is that don't take things personally. It's like, it's not them, it's
Yeah,
me. This is
yeah,
all about me. I've got lack of sleep. PEMS goes back to your PEMS. I've got the
yeah,
lack of sleep. This is triggering me at the moment. I'm not thinking clearly.
yeah.
Um, so just
So
summing it up, we've
taking
got trust. We've
responsibility.
got, yeah, trust, don't take things personally. Your PEMS.
Yep.
Be accountable to your own emotions. Yeah.
I just wonder, I came across this really amazing meme on Facebook a while ago, and I've actually referred this to many conversations and client conversations. It's about trust. What the image says is you were never meant to see the whole path, only the next step, and trust where it's leading you.
Oh,
I know.
oh,
I know. And so when
that's a goodie. I can feel the pain in that one though, just saying.
well, and that one, you see, because why this one keeps coming up in conversations is that's the seat of anxiety, is that we think we need to see miles down that path.
I know. One door shuts and another one opens. I'm like, great, give me a glass door so I can peek through and see what's in that door when it's coming. Give me a heads up.
Yeah. Well, there's that saying that says, you said, when one door closes, another opens, but it's the hallways that's the bitch.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Like, oh, no, but isn't that powerful? You only need to see the next step and you trust. And that to me is the epitome of trust. Is that it may feel sometimes that you're walking blind because all you can see is the next step. And then, because there are teachings that say that as you go into motion, the earth rises up or the path rises up to meet your foot. And this is about the learning to recognize your invisible influence. Your invisible influence orchestrates and co-creates with the universe as you move in rhythm authentic to you, not because somebody else is telling you got to be this way.
Authentic to you. Did you hear it, people? Oh, great! Now I've got
I've got balloons,
and now I've got balloons somewhere. Yeah, that's the one. Authentic to you, and I think that's important to know that you are not the same as your partner. You are not the same as your best friend. You are not the same as your parents. Like we're all different, and I think it's authentic to you is the key in there, which is what we're trying to do here to show you how to recognize your invisible influence, because it's all authentic to you.
And it's what's authentic to you is your conversation with the universe. So the way you get your downloads is going to be different to me.
Yeah.
We may end up getting similar intel, but it's going to land for us in different ways. Yeah. And so that's what this whole part is. And that's how come trust is such an important part. So trust and having faith in, if I'm looking for some direction or some guidance or some truth, it's looking for me also. And I am going to recognize it as it becomes or as it meets me moving forward. Does that make sense?
Well, yes. And when I was thinking about the trust, you were talking about the trust, my head went, if you need to do quotation confirmation bias, if you need to just pull up a story where you have had an influence and it worked and it landed and it was done with ease and grace, and you've got that, pull on that memory bank and go, oh, yes, because these are the things, excuse me, we talk about learn to recognize your invisible influence. Go back into your memory bank, sit present and poised and go back and go, okay, what's actually from my day to day, what's actually changed? What is my influence that's happened today? Where is that shifted in? Oh, I didn't think I'd have that just by talking to that lady at this supermarket checkout, talking to her, and oh, these are my favorite. Oh, I'm going to go buy them. Having that influence of you being able to, sell snow to Eskimos or whatever. But actually, it just comes so naturally, because when you go, okay, hang on, Deborah, pull yourself together. When you go back and go, what did I do today that I had an influence on, or who had an influence to me? Actually take the time and go back and have a look, and then go, wow, I influenced that woman by getting her to buy my bread. Yeah. And how easy was that by just having a conversation with a complete stranger or just smiling at someone and they smile back? Like
Mhm.
it's those things that you're actually going to go, yes, I'm here for a purpose. It's going to raise your worth. I'm here for a purpose. Comes so naturally. It didn't cost me anything. You know,
Yes.
everyone's talking
Yeah.
about, well, in New Zealand at the moment, everyone's talking about this is costing this and this is costing this. It's like, well, go for a picnic on your, don't take your partner out. Well, Valentine's Day, they're all talking about that. Just find something in the house and put a rug on the blanket on the floor and have it there. Do something
Yeah.
different. Like it doesn't have to be something made somewhere. But these are the things. If you go back and look at your confirmation bias, you're going to go, this is where I had an influence. This is where, wow, that came so naturally and effortless. Does
Yeah.
that all make sense? I feel like I'm gibbering
Well,
here.
it does, because the thing is that we are always influencing others and ourselves, and it's
Mm,
the invisible ways. It does sometimes require us to pay attention.
mm,
Pay attention to, because this is the other part around why it's invisible. Because you know the you were just talking about having a conversation with the cashier, or if smiling at somebody in passing on the street, or in the store. These, you don't know what's going on for that person, but maybe, just maybe, your eye contact with that person and your smile, or you are
mm.
holding the door open for them,
Yeah,
maybe that just totally got them out of a funk.
yeah,
Maybe it helped them realize, oh gosh, I am worthy. I
yeah,
do matter. And
yeah.
so that's why these things are so important to do, and to also acknowledge. When somebody said, oh, thanks. Somebody did hold the door open for me the other day. Actually, this is funny. I was coming out of a store, and the you can hit the button to do
Oh, yep. Yeah.
automatic door opening. So I had done that, and the door had started to swing open electronically, and this guy came running from the car park to hold open the door for me. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
thank you. Like, that was so kind. But he didn't need to,
oh.
because it was already automatically opening.
But of course you never said, by the way, I don't need your help.
No, of course not. I just gave him a big beaming smile, and it was really cute too, because he got all bashful and kind of like, oh, it was nothing.
Oh, really? It's,
But I,
even
yeah,
can I say that? I hold the lift open no matter who you are and you're coming into the lift. I go out and then I stand there and I hold the lift if it's,
yeah,
whatever. And people just go, wow, thank you. The amount of time, and I'm like, don't people hold lifts for people anymore? It's really interesting.
yeah,
I just do it. I go out and then I just stand there. I don't even look at them. I just stand in my own little way till everyone's in and then I just leave them.
right.
And people, but the amount of people go, wow, thank you, thank you, thank you, wow, thank you so much, and I'm like, oh, I just don't, and I think that's one of those invisible influences.
Hmm.
You're listening to Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, here to help listeners unlock their full potential so they can thrive, not just survive. They've shared some very powerful insights so far, so it's time to take a moment to breathe, reflect, and jot down any key takeaways. What's one piece of advice that stands out to apply right away? Before wrapping up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from everyone. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how listeners are putting these insights into practice. Let's dive back in and finish strong.
I want to help people, but I want it to be effortless. I don't know if I can say effortless, but I want it to be not a big deal. Like,
Hmm.
hang on, let me hold the door up, the roller door, so the whole family can come on in. It's just holding a lift. It's not that hard for me. And I think that influence can change somebody's day. I mean,
Yeah,
now when I think about it, I guarantee one of those children or one of those other people will just go, oh, we better do that too when we go through the lift. Hold the
yeah,
lift door open. That's what you
yes,
do.
exactly.
But you just take it for granted. I've just always done it. I don't
Yeah, me
think
too.
anything of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
But that's to your point. It's that it's you kind of showing other people, this is how it's done. This is how you make people feel good. And so you think about how, like, for me, with that guy doing that, then I'm going to recognize that
You're going to have a
the
warm and
lift,
fuzzy inside. He has a
yeah,
warm and fuzzy inside.
yeah,
Why would you not want to have that interaction?
that
And then
beautiful ripple out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
remember, yeah. I remember during COVID, I was mentoring a group of people and COVID hit. And I said to them, I want you today to go out and I want you to smile at everybody you meet. They're like, Deborah, we've got masks on. I want you to smile at everybody you see. Just smile through the mask and see what happens. And they were like, this is weird, Deborah. And they're like, good on Deborah. Here's a challenge for you. It's not even a challenge. Just go smile at everybody with your mask on while you're mopey and you're out there not enjoying life, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they did. And they said their whole day changed and people just, oh, and smile back. And you can tell when someone's smiling,
I
even if you've got a
know.
mask on. And they just said that was one of the biggest shifts that they had is actually be nice to people. You don't know what other people are going through. Even
Yeah.
if they don't smile back, it's still okay. You're doing it with no intention. And I love that. They just said, well, our whole day changed because we were smiling at other people. So we just know that ripple effect from that of going out. So I think that's the other thing is don't underestimate your ripple effect.
Yes. And actually you're reminding me because I remember turning it into quite a game for myself of how much can I accentuate the smiling with my eyes when we were wearing masks and it turned into so much fun.
It would be fun. That's
It
it.
was.
Well, we had to laugh. We were either going to laugh or cry during that time. So you just had much easier to laugh. It keeps your face looking youthful. Just
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
But it's about because we were all in it together. I think that was part of it. That kind of thing was we're all in this. So there's no point in going around and being mopey and this sucks. It's like, no,
You're in. You're
we're
in.
here. We're
We've
here.
got it. We can't run from it because it's everywhere. So we might as well just dig in and
Make
do
the
what we
best of it.
can. I
Make the
think
best
I
of
think
it.
that's the other things when I think about if you're looking at your invisible influences and when you be aware of your comparisons to other people because if you're comparing, well, they're really good at that, they're really creative and I'm not, and you're starting to go down that they're good at that and I'm not. Find out if you see somebody who's incredibly creative with their writing, find out where you're creative. Find out where you share that same trait or action in them that you admire so much. Find out where it sits in your heart, in your
Yeah.
world, in your body, because that just takes the whole chaos level going. Moira's really good at, so Moira has a beautiful, beautiful voice that just lands and grounds. So if I was so infatuated with Moira's voice, I'm not now, by the way, because I've heard it that she's got a soft tone and she's told me off too before, and I've heard that.
I have.
And it's a different tone, people. It's a different tone. But if you can find where you demonstrate or display that trait or action, it just shifts it down to go, oh, I have that, and it just you just carry on. It's not holding you back. It's not tight. It's done.
That's a really good one because you've actually brought this up before where I think you were talking about really loving a piece of art, like in a gallery or saying, oh gosh, that is so creative, so gorgeous, so beautiful. But then coming into, but here it is for me.
Yeah.
Right? You're not a beautiful painter, but you have creative aspects about you, right?
Yeah.
And you just get in touch with those
and
rather than thinking, oh, there's something wrong with me because I don't have that.
Yeah. But it doesn't minimize going to an art gallery and seeing all that and going, wow, they're so, oh well, I can do that. It's not nothing
that's
like
not
that.
bad.
It's not that. It's just going, wow, look how creative they are. It's not just that. They've thought about the colors. They've put all this in. They've now got this into a show. Like there's a whole saga. It's not just sitting down doing a painting. It's the whole rest of it that goes with it. But where do you do that? Where do you have that creativity? Where have you created an environment around where people come and look at these things that you're doing that they admire or that people have made money from it? And Moira's voice, Moira's made money from her voice because she does, well, podcast here, but like she does meditations
Guided
and she does,
meditations. Yeah.
but she does this. So when you're looking for that in Moira, where do you do all those things? Just look where it is. And it's, I guarantee you, I bet you $1 billion, people. I'm going, this is how certain I am. What you see in others is 100% in you.
In you. Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
But it may be a different form.
It's going to be a different form, a different flavor. I often talk to you about baking an apple pie.
Yeah.
Right? Because, and that's actually because my dad was a professional baker. And I actually can make a pretty good apple pie.
Yum.
But you see, when you see something that's beautiful, creative, and maybe it is in what you bake or what you sew or what you, I have a client who her creative, and she actually brought it to show a group that we were in. She makes these baby quilt blankets, and oh my goodness, she was just saying, oh, it's nothing. But you should have seen this.
You should see my fingers. That's that invisible influence that people have. They don't even know they've got it. They're like, oh, this is, oh. You're like, what?
It's just so easy. And yeah, when she showed it, it was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't have done something like that.
Yeah.
But it was so beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Moira does, just for the record, Moira doesn't do art painting, but she does do
painted cross stitch,
stained glass, and
stained glass too. Yes.
Yes. Just reminding her about her invisible influence is the stained glass, but also the cross stitch. Like, so yeah, yours is down to that level.
Yep.
Yeah, comparisons is such an ugly trait that can take you off your journey or off your purpose and take you to a place where you're just going to get frustrated. So just go, okay, I can see it. Where do I demonstrate that in me?
Yeah.
Tick.
It's something that's kind of interesting. Oftentimes I find that people are aware of the statement that what you see in another person that you don't like, it's within you. That one is, a lot of people know that one. And it's like, then they use it to beat themselves up. Yeah, I suck because I have this trait. Or, however, what is not as well known is what you just said, that what you see in another person that you really love and like is also within you.
Yeah.
The one doesn't exist without the other. And
no,
so I just think that that's time for celebration. It's like, well, if you see somebody dealing with a problem with greatest ease, you've got something like that within you.
Yeah.
So celebrate that. Oh, see, celebrate.
Well, I guess what I had written down for my next one, celebrating gratitude. Because I looked at the time and went, uh-oh. But it is celebrate and be grateful you've got something to work on, be grateful you've got something to look. If you don't pick an inspiring challenge every day, people, outside influences or universe will pick it for you. Yes. So it's better for you to pick your own challenge every day, or something else is going to come and get you. So pick your own, be grateful you've got this questioning to yourself, that curiosity, that beautifulness, that what is my invisible influence? What do I do every day that I just don't think anything of it? I just do it naturally without thinking. There's people who
gives me a smile.
Yeah, and I enjoy it. Yeah. and I enjoy it. What about those people who just go, okay, I'm going to make something. I've got a particular meat tonight. I'll just see what's in the cupboard and I'll just make something from that. Like, there's people who can do that, and then there's others who have to get the measuring cup and do that. So I think just owning your own power, owning your own influence, owning your own groove. So be aware of what it is you've got and owning it, stepping in.
Yes. So, when you were saying about picking your own challenge, pick your own thing that you're working on, because the thing that landed in my head when you said that was always remember, you're the boss of you.
Yeah.
Right? So you're also the boss of your invisible influence and visible influence. So it's about taking ownership and responsibility and authorship. And so have some fun and play and share and be, right?
Yeah. I think, I just want to go back to that pick a challenge. I'm just going to emphasize, make sure you don't pick a challenge in your finance, in your relationships, or your health. Okay. So
No.
so they're the three that I just try and keep them out of those ones. So pick a challenge as in, okay, this week I'm going to walk another 30 minutes, or this week I'm going to start learning another language for a week, or this week I'm going to read 3 pages of a book every day, or so when I talk
I'm
about
going to
a
sing.
challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Moira, what is happening with your singing, young lady?
Oh, yeah. I haven't done that for a while.
Yeah. Throw that one in. So make sure when you're picking that challenge that it's an inspiring challenge, not one that's going to deflate you and put you
Yeah.
rocking in the corner in the back garden. This is actually something that's legit. But we've got so much more to talk about, and I look at the time, and we're gonna sum this up very quickly, and then I have a feeling we're going to add a few more at the end,
I'm sure.
like the yogi tea bag and a
I'm
few more of
sure.
something.
We
So
usually do.
what's my calendar today? Oh, I'm embracing the idea that I'm the love I've been longing for. Oh, that's
I
cute.
love that.
Yeah. That's
That.
definitely learn to recognize your invisible influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, let's go. Let's sum this up. Grab your note-taking device, people, because here we are jumping in. I'm going to now say my notes are all over the place today, Moira. Just hashtag state the obvious. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hmm.
So I choose it. That's all I wrote down. I choose it. It's not essential or a necessity. So I have no idea what that tip was.
Neither do I.
So people
Well,
just choose it.
Well, it could be because the first one that I have is, and it was actually you that said it, so maybe this is came off of it.
I started talking and I just forgot to write them all down.
But you had said was that it's things that you do naturally, and you don't give it a second thought.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, in essence, you are choosing it, but you're choosing it so subtly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of your guidance system, and which then led me to say
Your
it starts in
identity doesn't. Oh, I was going to say your identity doesn't have to be solid on it either. Anyway, Karen, what?
Right.
Karen.
My piece around that was it starts internally. It comes from your heart.
Yeah.
Right? From your essence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Phew. Thanks for picking up the slack there, Moira.
Yeah, no problem. You know I've got your back.
That's the one. The next tip I have is I've got ask people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ask people, and what do they come to you for?
Yeah. What do they come to you for? Because if you haven't spotted it, but you can also just go, what do people ask me today? What do people come to me for? If you just sit and get present, and it's again getting present.
Yeah, that's a vibe that goes through that, is to really stay present, and because sometimes we can stay present and learn really interesting things, like people saying, "Oh gosh, you make that look so easy. You just made that look so simple," and you had no idea that was something that you were doing so naturally, right? So that's the piece around that. The other part too that we were talking, and we kind of wove this into a tip, but we were talking about you and we're both problem solvers. We do it from a different space. Myself, my whole piece, my energy is that I calm people's nervous system. I don't even give it any thought.
No,
I just know it's happening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does influence look like? What does it look like for you? You know, this is where I talked a little bit about being quiet in the room, holding energy, just listening to people, observing. What does that influence look like without the megaphone?
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing, was it doesn't have to be loud. Influence does not mean that you need that megaphone. It's because that's the thing is, who are you being? That's it's your energy that gives is, I see that as that energetic field that keeps spinning out from you. It's like a force field that you give off, and we all have them, whether you're aware entirely of it or not. It's there, right?
Yeah, whether it's there. It's there. Full stop. That's it. Yeah, that's one. The next one. What's the next one you have?
Trust.
Trust.
What
she doing? Trust.
Well,
trust,
we kind of wove trust and not taking things personally together. But I also read out that amazing quote that I just love about trust. This quote says, "You were never meant to see the whole path, only the next step. Trust where it's leading you." And so when you take that back to the piece that we're talking about, invisible influence, it's honor what's you're being fed back about what you just did or said or shared, right? And trust where that's guiding you, where that's saying more of for you, right?
Yeah. And when we talked about the trust, I talked about, or my word, confirmation bias. Get some evidence behind that you've had this invisible influence before, and you're like, oh, there it is there. So when you have that negative, I can't say negative Nancy or whatever it is, that negative self-talk, oh, no,
the whiner, the internal whiner.
Yeah, that's it. You've got a folder of files that are sitting in your head of a memory bank of, oh, I remember doing that and I remember doing that you can just call upon that can shut that down. So store that evidence, put that away. So when you do have those mindset wobbles, because it does happen, that you can actually just clear it, done, move on that quickly.
Yep. That's the proof. Give the proof to yourself.
Yeah.
Going back to what I was saying about your invisible influences, like your own energetic force field. This is authentic to you, and it's your energy. This is you co-creating with the universe. And so that's part of this invisible influence, is that the universe communicates to you, through you, with your energy, not your thoughts, not the words that are coming out. It starts all with the energy. And that's what we were really underlining, the authentic to you.
Right? Authentic to you. Authentic to you. The next one I have here is don't take things personally.
Yes.
And this is one that can literally throw you right out. It can be a very ugly path to be on, and it doesn't have to be. So just when people say things, it's not you, it's them. You just happen to be the finale of the person. How many times have you actually rung a call center and you've lost your shite at somebody in that call center, knowing they have nothing to do with it, and you lose your shite at someone and they're like, okay, clearly you're having a bad day. Or just back to that, it's not them, it's you. So it's not them, it's you. If you're the one with the trigger, if they're the one with the trigger, it's them, not you. So don't take anything personally.
Yep, absolutely. The next one I have is to acknowledge when you see kindness. And I wrote that when I told the story about that guy that ran to open the door for me yesterday, when I'd already pushed the button to open it automatically. But and to your point, that lit me up and him, because of how I was just tickled that somebody would do that. And him, he got all bashful and like, oh, it was nothing. Well, actually wasn't nothing, but
yeah, and I think we forget that the impact we have on others.
Yeah.
But you don't want that to go, oh yeah, I'm an amazing person, I've held the door open, I'm the creator of, I'm God, I'm holding the door open for people, I'm amazing. This is not for you to get above.
Well, it's not to go egotistical about it, but it's to take it on board for sure.
Yeah, definitely put it straight into your heart. Don't put it on your head as a crown.
There you go.
That pride thing. Yeah. I mentioned Pims. That alcohol.
That's a drink, isn't it?
It is Pims. Yeah, my auntie Lee used to drink that. Make me drink that with her. Make me, crikey. Your PEMS, which is your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Keep checking in on those and just make sure they're in alignment for you. If you have had poor sleep or you've got emotional decisions that are needed and you're not eating or sleeping, please assess yourself before you make that decision. Like this is where you're at. Your PEMS are what gets you through the day.
Yep.
I'm not going to make that decision right now because I haven't eaten, or I'm not going to make that decision right now because I need some sleep, or let's talk about just be aware of your PEMS, and that can put you in a different space in your daily actions.
Well, that's actually about self-care, really. That's looking after yourself and recognizing you need to look after yourself on all of those 4 pillars.
Right? And you better be truthful, and you better not deny it, and you better deal with it, and not just go, yep, got it, acknowledge it. You want to acknowledge it and do something with it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The next one I have is we talked about watching your comparison. Where does it show up for you? So this is when we talked about that idea of what you see in another person that you don't like, it's in you. And yes, I suck, I have to do that. Yeah.
I don't lie like them. I don't lie like them. Well, when was the last time you lied? This morning, but that's different. I did to protect myself. Do you not think they lie to protect themselves? Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah. But the point being is that everything that you see in another person that you love and that you respect, and you think, wow, they're so good at that, that's in you too. So celebrate that. Actually, that was the next tip, was after that. But watch your comparison, because it's such a beautiful way to learn about yourself, isn't it? In essence.
And comparison is also goes back to your PEMS. If you're having a bad day, you're possibly going to compare other people to you a lot more.
Be a little bit more judgy. Yeah.
That when you're feeling wholesome. Yeah. We talked about comparison, and then we talked about celebrate. And then between comparison, celebrate, and gratitude.
Gratitude. Yes.
That's it. Celebrate you've got something to work on, and be thankful you've got something to work on, because you want to be doing something inspiring every day and not just letting the grass grow under your feet.
But that's following on from that. That was when you suggested to pick your challenge, pick what you're going to work on. And you also said, don't pick something in finance, health, or relationships.
Yep, that's it.
Which is I think that's valid and wise advice. But that's when I said also it's also because it's a reminder that you're the boss of you. This is about you taking authorship and ownership and responsibility for your experience and for how you're showing up with your invisible influence and your visible influence.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I love that. I don't have anything else on here. Do you?
The last one I had was to just own your power, but I guess that was kind of a follow one from what I just said.
Own your power. Own your power.
Yep.
Own your power. You can't give it away, by the way, people.
Nope.
Nope. But we know there's a yogi tea bag in there somewhere before I do the final wrap up. What's the yogi tea bag for us today? Why have Yogi not contacted us? We need to contact Yogi, I think.
We should contact them. But it's actually 2 for today.
Oh,
2
again, 2.
The first one is, in order to be remembered, leave nothing behind but love.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
See, there's invisible influence. Nothing behind. Leave nothing behind but love. And then this other one I thought was kind of cute too, because it's kind of related. Gratitude leads to love.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh. and that's it. Wow.
And that's it.
Oh, see, love. Yeah. Love.
Perfect.
I love that. Learn to recognize your invisible influence. Well, listeners, you know what I do. I get to ask that question.
Yes.
And the question today is
Drum roll.
Yeah, that's it. If influence is always happening, what are you teaching people without saying a word?
Ooh, I
Oh.
like that.
I know. If
Ah.
influence is always happening, what are you teaching people without saying a word? Mm. Mm-mm. Well, it'll be a little bit difficult, if we didn't do the podcast because there'd be no words on here, background music. But I love that. And
Me
let us
too.
know in the chat. Let us know what that is. We'd love to know. Because we have chat available on all our devices where you hear our podcast.
Yes.
In all those places. On all those places, that's it. But this is our deliciously motivated mindset conversation with Debz and Moira. And we are signing off on learn to recognize your invisible influence.
Mm-hmm. Good
Well
conversation. I
Well
like this
done.
one.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, Internet. Thank you for showing up and for taking notes. And thanks, Yogi Teabags. We just might be in touch with you one day.
You never know. One day. Thank
Yeah.
you, dear
Thanks,
Deb.
listeners. Thanks,
Thank
Moira.
you, listeners. Talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, where the mission is to help listeners unlock their full potential and thrive, not just survive. As the episode comes to a close, they trust you've gained some powerful insights. If you haven't already, take a moment to reflect on one key takeaway that you'll apply right away. Before we wrap things up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from you. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how you're putting your insights into action. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep thriving.